Thank you so much. Thank you.
There you go. Yep.
Have a great day. All right, folks, we're just leaving Ideal Market here in Denver, and just had a phenomenal stay at Lane's place. Shout out to Lane and Hannah for hosting me here in Denver at their apartment. It was a real nice break from the cold, and of course, always nice to have a shower, internet, etc. But now we're off, parting ways with Lane and Hannah for just about 24 hours, less than 24 hours. Should be hitting the slopes tomorrow at Copper Mountain. Copper is about an hour 20, hour and a half from the city of Denver, in good driving conditions, no traffic and no snow. And in the mountains west of Denver, they just got dumped on. They just got like, I think a foot last week and 6 inches last night. So there's actually a winter storm warning on Google Maps. Driving conditions could be affected or something. So I'm actually excited for that. I don't know about you guys. I might just be crazy, but I really enjoy driving the snow. It's a fun challenge, and grown up doing it in rear-wheel drive cars my whole life. So in the Taco here with four-wheel drive, you know, we'll have a little bit better control. We also have snow chains that we might be throwing on a little bit sooner in the trip than expected. But we also do have a lot more weight in this rig, so it's gonna take a lot longer to stop in slick conditions. And with all the weight on the back of this, we probably don't have that much weight on the front wheels and tires. So our turning ability could be affected in the snow. But you know what? It's all part of the adventure. It's just gonna make for an even more wild ride. So buckle up, folks. We're going into our first snowy conditions of the trip, a little bit sooner than expected. Should be a good time. All right, so we just fueled up at the last gas station before really getting into the mountains. We're on the edge of the mountains right now. The sun is just starting to set over the mountaintops. It's absolutely beautiful. There's a bunch of this red dirt around, getting into some really cool new terrain. So the truck is now filled up. We got plenty of fuel there. We got plenty of diesel on board for the heater. And I just filled up our water tank at Whole Foods, so we got plenty of water. I'm not sure if that's gonna freeze tonight. We're gonna find out, and that might have to start living in the driver footwell at night so it doesn't freeze over, but we'll find out about that. What I do really need to make sure I do is I gotta add some winter anti-gel additive to the diesel, because diesel fuel in the winter, I don't know if it fully freezes, but it can gel up. It gets thick and non-liquid, and then you're out of luck. So we can hopefully prevent it from freezing with some of this stable winter anti-gel additive. Should have us covered to -40 degrees, which I don't expect to encounter. So let's get some of this in both the auxiliary tank and the main supply tank. And I'm actually gonna run the diesel heater while we're driving for about probably half an hour to get that fuel circulated through the lines, because it doesn't do us any good in the tank if it's not in the lines going to the heater, because that'll just freeze up. So let's get plenty of this stuff in there and let's get driving. All right, folks. We're fueled up, we're watered up, we're dieseled up. This is the first time I'm actually out in the mountains right now, and it is absolutely beautiful, guys. Oh my goodness. Wish I was making the whole drive with daylight, but at least we're getting to see a little bit of it here. Wow, such a cool place in the world. Whoa, holy, oh my gosh, it's windy. It's blowing like 30 mile an hour last I checked, with like 40 mile an hour gusts. We are getting tossed around right now. I'm sure that ain't even the half of it, so buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't think we were going through a mountain before, now we are quite literally going through a mountain. This is crazy. maybe 20 minutes later here, and the whole road is covered in snow. I'm sure if the locals are driving like this, probably means we should slow down. So we're going about 20, 25. Definitely gonna push back our ETA, but that's a lot better than ending up in a ditch. So keep putting along here and hope we don't hit any ice. Just pulled over to turn off the diesel heater. It's been running for over an hour, so I assume all the fuel is through the lines and we should have the anti-gel additive through there. And look how close we just came to running into this post. It took me like 200 yards to stop, and I stopped right in front of this post. But yeah, gonna take this opportunity to kick her in four-wheel drive here. There we go. We got four-wheel drive on. As you can see, everyone's going real slow, as they should be. This is no joke, folks. It is real snowy out here. All right, folks, we officially made it to Breckenridge, Colorado. This is a little bit of a treacherous drive, but no problem for the taco. Four-wheel drive and those Nittos did the trick. I'm stopping in here in town. We're probably about 15 minutes from where I planned to camp, and we're about to go to the Gold Pan Saloon for a bite and a drink and see how it is. I just came in here to grab a jacket because it's pretty cold. Look at this popcorn bag. I bought it lower elevation. It is about to freaking burst. Just popped in the Gold Pan here. Cool spot, but there's hardly enough room to even move in there. So we are headed across the street to the Motherlode Tavern. Gonna give that a shot. All right, we're just leaving the Motherlode Tavern, and I couldn't be happier that the Gold Pan Saloon here was packed and I didn't go in, because I had the best time at that other place, the Motherlode Tavern. I sat there for like 2 hours at this little mini bar. This is this nice little cozy quiet nook, and it was just four dudes and I, 5 seats. Made up conversation with the guy next to me. He was having this bowl of chili with Fritos on top and chicken and waffles. So my decision for dinner was pretty easy. I got the chili with Fritos on top and chicken and waffles. I had a great chat with those guys for like 2 hours about fly fishing and skiing and hiking. We're back at the truck now. Something else really interesting about where we're at here in this really big open parking lot in the downtown of Breckenridge is we could try urban camping for the first time. Technically, I think it would be okay because I can pay for 24 hours of parking here. So I can have my own spot for 24 hours. So this might be our first urban camping in the truck. Instead of going out like 30 minutes from here out of town and doing dispersed camping out in the woods, which would be cool and I want to do, we might do that tomorrow night instead. But tonight, on a Saturday night, I want to bounce around, talk to some more people, so I think we might be sleeping right here. Okay, well, scratch that. It occurred to me right as I was getting out of the truck after putting the window shades and whatnot. It occurred to me that was one of the main lots right in the heart of the town. Most likely gonna get plowed tonight. I was like, well, this probably isn't a great idea to stay here. I just stopped on the side of the road and hollered out the window, "Excuse me," to some random folks. And this guy told me to pull into this lot here where there appears to be another guy camping over here. I've just tried to tuck the truck over here up against this fence out of the way where I hope I'm not in the way of any plows. So long, my friend.
3 hours later.
Just had a great night. Met a lot of great people. Shout out to Jack, Ryan, Jake, Ernie, Logan, all the fellas. Some guys were really kind to introducing me to their friends, and some more friends to ski with tomorrow at Copper. We're walking back to the truck. Well, This may not have been my wisest decision, but the truck is still there somehow.
2 hours later.
Well, about 4 in the morning. I'm trying to get the diesel heater going for like 2 hours now. I don't know what's going on. I have it in high altitude mode. Tried adjusting the temperature settings. Just won't stay running for me for some reason. It's about 15 degrees outside, maybe 40 degrees in here. Not great, but yeah, I've given up on the diesel heater. Just gonna hit the sack. Should make it through the night and get after it tomorrow. Well, that was probably the best and very worst night so far as well. It's currently 10 a.m. 16 degrees outside, 37 degrees in here. I'm honestly really surprised that my body has kept it that warm in here. I spent the better part of 2 hours last night in this parking lot in 13 degrees and howling winds. It's got fuel, it's got additive. I was crawling underneath the truck seeing if fuel was being pumped, and it was. And the thing, it would start up and run for about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes tops, and it would shut down. With all these blankets and layers, and that's why I'm all layered up and dressed in bed. You know, I figured I would be okay. Got a comforter, fleece blanket, and a sheet. I was like under the covers most of the time. Woke up and it was a little damp under the covers, so I was like, oh shoot. Stuck my head out. I was like, oh my gosh, it's cold in here. It's so cold that the condensation that would normally be, you know, like fog or water on the windows is just ice. Anyhow, we came here to ski. Looks like there's a lot of fresh snow out there. Getting about 4 to 8 more inches of fresh snow today. I'm gonna get moving, try to hit a hardware store for a screwdriver and try to fuss with the heater fittings underneath. Hopefully go hit the slopes and get some turns in. Goodness, it is cold out there. Super glad I have those insulated waterproof gloves for cleaning off the snow. Breakfast is served. Got a cinnamon raisin bagel straight up out of the bag. Got a banana, which is getting close to being done. Breakfast bar and 2 pieces of bacon that I cooked up in Kansas. All right, let's roll. Streets are pretty gnarly right here. Looks like this one's a little bit better plowed, but yeah, this is gonna be a fun day. Just slid her a little bit right there by accident in 4-wheel drive too. Dang, look at downtown. Even downtown is just absolutely decimated right now. It doesn't look like a whole lot's going on down here right now. So my buddies Lane and Hannah, who are over at Vail, just maybe usually 30 minutes from here, they're not even able to get to Copper Mountain where we planned on skiing together today. They weren't allowed to get on I-70. There was an officer, you know, saying don't get on here. It very well could be the case right here. We're just, you know, maybe 10 miles down the highway. So it might be the same case here. We might be snowed in Breckenridge. I don't really know. I don't know what the plan is there if we're not able to get on the highway, but we'll find out shortly here. I was super curious, like, I wonder if we're getting any solar power right now in the snow, because like I can't even see the sun at all. We're actually raking in like 50, 60 watts of solar, which is crazy to even think about. Like, I don't know how that works, but that's amazing. Also, our first test with the water tank in like really cold temperatures. The water tank did not fully freeze over, it iced over quite a bit, including the nozzle, which made it difficult to get any water out. But I did manage to fill my water bottle. I'm sure it's gonna be really cold. Yeah, that's really cold water. All right, here's I-70. Looks like people are hopping on, so should be good to go. Not ideal conditions, but the road's open. We're hopping on, and we should be at Copper in about 10 minutes or so. So yeah, I think I've told you guys before, I like driving in the snow. I think it's a fun challenge, but even for me, this is pretty serious driving here. It's pretty gnarly. We made it, baby. We somehow made it. And just past this exit, it looks like the highway was closing due to an avalanche warning. So yeah, I'm really glad we got off here. Glad we made it in one piece. Just need to figure out where to park and get on a lift, and we should be good to ski. All right, we're all suited up with long underwear, ski pants, ski jacket, ready to go. I do notice there's a few other van lifers around here, and I bet you they're running diesel heaters, so I'm gonna go ask this guy if he knows anything about high altitude operation, and maybe he'll have some tips for us. Well, it turns out that they don't run a diesel heater. They have a little buddy that they use sometimes, and they just have a really good like 0-degree bag. And their advice to me was just accept your fate, accept that you're in a cold place and it's gonna be cold. So I guess that's that's what we're dealing with. Some fans of the page just pulled up, 2 girls from Denver, so gonna meet them and do some skiing with them. Gonna be a good day. All right, folks, we're on the first chair. Woo! We're here with Francesca and Haley. About to go shred it up.
Day 1, baby.
Yes, sir.
Woo! But then I like this. It's so hot in the summer, and like I'm so used to like being outside.
Well, I just had the best first day of skiing out here in Colorado with Francesca and Haley. Super nice of them to come up to me in the parking lot and say hi, and super nice to let me tag along and ski with them today. Had an absolute blast. Got some good turns in, got the legs broken in for the season, and we're now leaving Copper Mountain. We're headed over to Frisco to Greco's to grab some pizza, and not really quite sure what I'm gonna do from there, but I hope you guys enjoyed this crazy adventure. I've got a lot to figure out tonight in terms of the heater and where I'm staying, but I'm sure we'll figure it out somehow. If you're a skier, let me know down below your favorite place to go ski. And if you're not a skier, let me know your favorite place to go hang out outdoors in general. I'm always looking for new places to explore. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and until next time, keep making the most of it.